Hello again, scaredy cats. Welcome to Jump Scare, the weekly show where I bring you into the frightening world of horror. I am your host, Cierra, and welcome to part 2 of Zombies. The 1970s was the golden age of zombies with Dawn of the Dead, and zombies grew in popularity, especially overseas, with Dawn of the Dead's sequel, Zombie, directed by Lucio Fulci. Even Jesus Franco tried his hand at zombies with his film The Devil Came from Akasawa. Other popular cult zombie films were Shockwave from 1977, Shivers from 1975, and Rabid from 1977. You know Shivers and Rabid, David Cronenberg films. Very good films, actually. Well, the 1980s continued the golden age of zombies with Pet Sematary in 1989, Serpent and the Rainbow in 1988, and Beyond in 1981. Campy horror zombie films became very popular during this time, including Return of the Living Dead in 1985. The film popularized the concept of zombies eating brains. Because of its popularity, it spawned several later sequels, and of course, brain eating became synonymous with zombies forever. And more camp films followed, including, of course, Reanimator. Well, the 90s began a resurgence of the popularity of zombies, including zombie video games, namely Resident Evil. The games not only took over in popularity, but also did what zombie films weren't doing at the time, including adding to the rulebook. And I have been wanting to do an entire episode on zombie video games, so stay tuned for that. That episode might be in the future. Zombie films at that time were B films or cult films at best, including Dead Alive from 1992, which is one of my personal favorites of all time. It is hilarious. In the comments, tell me your favorite scene, because I have mine, but I don't want to spoil it. One film that challenged the typical slow zombie was 28 Days Later, directed by Danny Boyle. The film introduced rage zombies, and they are fast, and the rage zombie itself manifests quickly over 24 hours, rather than the usual slow progression. Instead of a bite, the virus can be passed through bodily fluids, including saliva, which really makes you think about eating or drinking after others, or kissing, or any sort of passing of bodily fluids. Of course, it had a sequel with 28 Weeks Later in 2007. The early 2000s introduced the incredible Spanish zombie franchise REC, or REC, which mixed the popular concept of found footage and zombies, which the film also got a subsequent US remake with Quarantine in 2008. The 2000s proved to be a popular time for found footage zombie flicks. The popular zombie video game Resident Evil entered the film world. The film had a science fiction edge rather than the visceral and atmospheric edge of the original survival games. Funny enough, it has been announced that the films will already be getting a remake, with James Wan at the helm, as he is a huge fan of the games, so I guess we could expect to return to the original atmosphere and feeling, and maybe even the characters of the games. I'm really excited. Who else is excited? Let me know in the comments below. The 2000s entered the postmodern phase of the genre. Some would say the phase was rather pastiche. The zombie quiche period, as I call it. Delicious. Actually, now that I'm really hungry, maybe I should go eat some people. The zombie zombie genre stepped out of the realm of horror and back into comedy, even challenging itself in the world of romance and of course other genres as well. And in the early 2000s, Shaun of the Dead, Zombieland, and Slither mixed horror and comedy, and of course self-aware humor, making fun of the genre itself and also making references and homage to its predecessors. As far as romance, Fido and Warm Bodies challenged the zombie genre, introducing the zombie as a possible love interest or a redeemable character. Well, that doesn't seem too strange anymore, now does it? If a vampire could be a love interest, why not a zombie? Well, the early 2000s inspired a resurgence in the 2010s, especially with the critically acclaimed show The Walking Dead, which returned to a more classic style of zombie, but spoiler, also adding that everybody is already infected, which means the zombie doesn't happen unless you are dead, of course adding to the drama and heartbreak. This year, zombies also began to gain more autonomy and intelligence, even becoming main characters in series much like Santa Clarita Diet and iZombie. Also, the recent film Girl with All the Gifts is a more serious drama than horror. However, the genre has begun to decline in popularity in current years. However, the genre is still thriving in other avenues like video games, books, and other mediums. But will the genre resurrect soon? We shall see. Well, that is it for this week's Jump Scare. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite zombie film is and how you would survive the zombie apocalypse. Who in the PopNerdTV crew would you let be on your zombie crew? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to like and subscribe to the PNTV channel on YouTube. Give it a like, give it a subscribe, and ding that bell, and check out our Patreon for bonus content. Also, check out our merch store at popnerdtv.store, where we have Jump Scare merch and Irene and Bernice merch, Raindrop, Lemon Drop. And a huge special thanks to our sponsor, famous sponsors of Filmland, and a special thanks to Dean Dobbs for this amazingly soft sweater. And you too can eat people and check out his store, Dean Dobbs Store, and also his YouTube channel. Show him some love. And until next time, stay spooky, my friends.
Oh God, she's turning!
It's our go.
Oh God! No. Trash day, trash day. It's the day we throw our lives away.
Why is it
Trash day, trash day. It's the national holiday for trash people. Trash man!